Here in InfoLive TV, with me today a special guest, Salam Eid. He is a Lebanese journalist. He used to cover for many years the war in South Lebanon, in the Middle East. Now he's living in the United States of America. And tonight we have the pleasure to have Salam Eid with us. Good evening, Salam.
Good evening.
You are from Lebanon. You know the Lebanese reality. Tell us what is going on now in Lebanon. What is this problem between the Lebanese government, and Fatah al-Islam group in the northern Palestinian camp?
We are pleased to see that somebody in Lebanon is standing to face Fatah al-Islam. The Lebanese government is over-promising. I believe they could conduct this battle, they could win the battle with Fatah Islam, but the real threat that the Lebanese government in Lebanon is facing is radical Islam in general. As you know, the camps are all over Lebanon. So whenever this battle will open up, Lebanon will face a severe problem.
Many people are asking, the weapons, the mortars, the missiles, the so many ammunition in the camp, where do they come from?
As you know, during the Lebanese war, getting weapons was not a very complicated issue. And sure enough, the Palestinians get a lot of weapons from Syria. They had a lot of weapons in the camps. But the big question is, how come the international community allow the refugee camps to be full of weapons instead of doing something good for the people who are inside these camps?
When the issue of this camp is over, you think it will be the last issue, or some other issues will come?
The scary thing about it, they consider it as a real threat for Lebanon. And as you know, the Palestinians are saying the right of return, and they are hoping one day they will go back to the land of Israel, where they believe strongly that this is their land. So as long as we have this struggle between Israel and the Arab, and especially with the Palestinians, the problem of the Palestinians will be a problem for a long, long time to come.
Let's now talk about a big issue actually for Israel, of course, Hezbollah and the politics, or the political will of Nasrallah to continue to fight Israel. Tell us, Hezbollah today, after almost 1 year after the war between Israel and Hezbollah, is stronger or weaker than a year ago?
What I can say, Hezbollah conducted his media war in an excellent way, and he's reaching the point to let the people believe that Hezbollah is very, very powerful, even though to the point to defeat Israel. I believe this kind of talk is not reasonable at all. Hezbollah is a little bit weaker, but Hezbollah knows very well how to conduct war of attrition, and they know very well how to fight the Israeli army because they have been fighting them for a long time. They know enough about the Israeli media, they know enough about the Jewish nation, and they are trying to use these tools against the Jewish nation.
As I said before, you used to be in South Lebanon for many years. You have met this conflict with your own eyes, with your own camera when you were a journalist. Do you think that Hezbollah militia group has improved itself with years, or it's still the same modus operandi way of action against Israel?
What I can say that Hezbollah improved his roots in the Lebanese community, and Hezbollah in the time being is supporting a lot of people financially, and that is giving Hezbollah a lot of credit. The fighting that Hezbollah conducted with Israel promoted them in excellent way in the Muslim world, and they are seen in a way as if they are conducting the battle under the name of Islam, not just under the name of Lebanon.
Some people have said that this war between Israel and Hezbollah was not between Israel and Lebanon, but it was between Israel and the global Islam radicalism. You think it's true?
What I can say that Hezbollah is founded on a Muslim foundation, and that is giving the credit to Hezbollah as if Hezbollah is the only one conducting this Muslim battle against Israel. And unfortunately, in some occasions, Hezbollah was seen as succeeding against Israel, and that gave them a lot of credits. So I could see it as a battle between Islamism and Israel.
We know that Hezbollah is continuing to reinforce its presence along the border again with Hezbollah flags. We don't see people with weapons, but it's possible that they are just hiding themselves among the population. Lately in Israel and in the Middle East, we talk about a new war, a next war, a biggest war between Israel, Syria, Hezbollah, Iran maybe. You are an Arab, a Christian Arab from Lebanon. You live now in America. What is your assessment, Salam Eid, about the whole situation?
You know, what I can see for sure that Hezbollah is fooling the international community by letting them believe that they did a buffer zone with the UN, and Hezbollah doesn't exist in that buffer zone. Hezbollah do exist. Every house at the borderline is equipped with weapons. So the main question, when the international community will recognize that a real initiative should take place where Hezbollah is dismantled to the point. Until now, Hezbollah is saying that nobody is willing to carry on this job, so that's why they are gaining more support, and that's why they are promoting their strength to the regular Muslim. And I could say again, this war, it's not about Lebanon or it's not about Hezbollah, it is about the Islamists all over the world who are planning to defeat, if they can, Israel first, and the next step will be to do whatever it takes to defeat the West, if they can defeat the West.
Before we conclude, another question. Some people have believed that it was maybe better to kill the head of the snake, to eliminate Hassan Nasrallah. You think that it can help to diminish the power of Hezbollah?
What I can say, what is more important is to find a comprehensive solution to the problem of Hezbollah. Killing Hassan Nasrallah is not going to solve the problem because, as you know, you have an organization well established, funded, and I could say from a Muslim perspective, those people are committed people to fight Israel. So killing Hassan Nasrallah will not solve the problem. Solving the problem will be who will dismantle Hezbollah, and how will you allow Hezbollah not to exist. As long as Hezbollah is funded and do exist, I cannot see a solution by just taking one person out.
And last question, I cannot not to ask you. Lebanon is close to Syria, Syria is close to Lebanon. In Syria, they believe that Lebanon is part of Syria. Do you believe that Syria wants war again with Israel?
I believe strongly that the Syrians are not at the point of waging a war against Israel because they tried in the past and they know better. But what I can see happening that Syria is so proud of carrying on the main key of terrorism. As you know, they are hosting Hezbollah, hosting Hamas, hosting Islamic Jihad, and the president of Syria is behaving in a way or bragging that whenever the US needs a solution, they should talk to me. In addition to the situation in Iraq, as you know, Syria is contributing to the fight. So in a way, Assad is saying, I have the key for terrorism. When you need to solve it, come to me and we will reach a settlement. So what will be the settlement, I don't know.
You think it was a mistake for Israel to leave Lebanon?
For me as a Lebanese, I could say having Israelis in Lebanon was good for one reason. The only reason was to fight Hezbollah. And Israel did not fight Hezbollah all the way. And by keeping Hezbollah with this strength, you could see that leaving Lebanon brought more terrorists to your borderline. And it was not a pleasant situation for Israel. Israel did a big mistake by not carrying on the fight until the last minute. They left before finishing the job, and they were not doing the job just for Israel. They would have done the job for Lebanon too, because Hezbollah became the problem of Lebanon as well as the problem of Israel now.
So you want Israel back in Lebanon?
No, I'm not excited to have Israel back in Lebanon, but I could say, unfortunately, if Israel will not fight this battle, or if the West, if the international community will not fight this battle, who do you expect to fight it? The Lebanese government? I believe Israel and the West are fooling themselves to believe that this Lebanese government of Lebanon will be able to conduct this war and take care of terrorists, including Hezbollah. That is not going to happen.
Salam Eid, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to have you here in InfoLife TV. I just want to remind that Salam Eid is a journalist from Lebanon, now living in America, and he was a guest here in InfoLife TV. Thank you very much.